Hey guys, my name is Sumit and welcome to my channel again. And today in this video I am going to solve another problem on Leet code which is called merge intervals. But before I proceed further, make sure if you are new here, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, and make sure to follow me on GitHub, Instagram, links are there in the description box. So let's continue now. So the question says, given an array of intervals where interval at ith index is nothing but it's the combination of start index and end index. So each interval will have start index and end index. Merge all the overlapping intervals and return an array of non-overlapping intervals that cover all the intervals in the input. Okay. So for example, we are given intervals like 1, 3, 2, 6, 8, 10, 15, 18, and we get the output 1, 6, 8, 10, 15, 18. Why? Because 1, 3 and 2, 6 is overlapping. So what's going on in the second interval? I mean the second example, here we have 1, 4 and 4, 5, and we return 1, 5 because these two are overlapping. So how are we figuring out if two intervals are overlapping? We are going to check the current interval end with the next interval beginning. So when the current end is greater than the next beginning or equal to the next beginning, then that means those two intervals are overlapping. So here current end is equal to the next begin, so that means it is overlapping. Here current end is greater than the next begin, so that means it is overlapping. So okay, fine, you got the concept. There is no constraint on time complexity and space complexity. Okay, so we can create a list of array, and then we can convert that list to array in the end. So list of array, list is equal to, sorry, what is this, sorry, my bad. List of array list is equal to new array list. Now we will check the base condition. If intervals length is 1, that means if only one interval is present, then there is nothing to compare, we'll just return that interval, right? So if intervals dot length is equal to 1, we'll just return that interval. We don't have to do anything. Return intervals. I always do this mistake in typo, so I have to make sure. Now we should sort the array. Why? Because in the question it doesn't say anything about if array is sorted or not, right? So we should sort each interval in the array. And how will we sort? We will sort based on the first index. Okay, so arrays dot sort will pass the intervals, and we take two array object, array 1 and array 2. We basically are, I basically am using a lambda expression here. So integer dot compare array 1 0 in, and then array 2. So array 2 and 0 index, right? Let me make sure if bracket is properly closed or not. Okay, this one is here, this one has to be here, this bracket has to be here. Okay, so now array is sorted. Now what I am going to do, I am going to take the first interval and I am setting that first interval as current interval. So int current interval is equal to intervals at the 0 position. Okay, now I will add this. I will already add this in the list because right now let's say we don't have anything, right? Let's say we add this interval right now. Okay, now I will take a for loop. I will run through the array and I will compare, like I told, I will compare each intervals current end with the next beginning interval. I mean the next begin of the next interval. Okay, and if it is if the current end is greater than or equal to the next begin, then we are going to overlap. So how will we overlap? So let's say take the example of 1 3 and 2 6, right? So we'll take the maximum value of current end and the next end, and we'll set the current interval first position with the maximum value. So let's say if current interval right now is 1 3, when I is pointing to 2 6, so the next interval is 2 6. We'll check, okay, current end is greater than or equal to next begin or not. It is, because 3 is greater than 2. So we'll take the maximum value between 3 and 6, and we'll set the element of the first index, element at the first index of the current interval with 6. Okay, so that's the main logic. I is equal to 0, I smaller than intervals dot length, I plus plus, and then we'll take an interval variable, and we'll store in a kind of temporary interval variable the current interval that I is pointing to. Okay, and then we'll fetch out the current end, current beginning, next end, and next beginning. Okay, so current begin is nothing but current interval, so element at 0th index of current interval. Okay, so that will be the current beginning. Same way, current end will be, it will be element at the first index of the current interval. Okay, same thing goes with next begin. So we'll take a interval at 0th position, and next end is nothing but, sorry, I forgot to mention int, and is nothing but element at first position of the interval. Okay, this is bullshit. 3 RVL. Okay, fine. Now we'll check if current end is greater than or equal to next begin, then we'll take the maximum value. So we'll set the current interval first index with maximum value of current end and next end, Okay, that's what do. If condition doesn't match, now else if condition doesn't match, let's say take the example of interval 8 10 and 15 18. So if condition doesn't match, now our current interval, let's say after overlapping, our current interval is now 1 6. Now when I is pointing to 8 10, okay, so we see the current end is is not greater than or equal to the next interval, right? Next begin, which is 8. So we'll shift current interval from 1 6 to 8 10, and then we'll repeat the process again, and we'll add the current interval. We are going to add the current interval. So if current interval is equal to interval, and we'll add this current interval. All right, that is it. And then we'll return this is the for loop end, and then we'll convert list to array, list to array, and it's nothing but new int, I guess, list dot size, and then bracket, second dimension, 2-dimensional. Now let's see if it works or not. Let's run the code. Again, read the file while parsing. What did I do? Let's close this one. Oh, interval. I always do this mistake. Again? Where? Oh, sorry. This has to be S, guys. Oh god. Yep, it worked. Now let's try to submit it and let's see if it works. Now it's working. Runtime is 5 millisecond and it's faster than 94.71%. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so that was it, guys. This was the solution of merge intervals. I hope I was able to explain you all. And make sure if you are new here, please subscribe my channel, like the video, share the video with your friends, and I will see you in next video. Till then, I love you all. Bye, stay safe, and peace out.